Hello and welcome back to another episode of Craftopia. So, last time we worked on our wheat farm. Today we are going to work on this iron farm. And I know for a fact, because I just checked off camera, this thing is completely full. Just a little bit left in there. Basically completely full. So, today I've got in my inventory 2 automatic furnaces, some conveyor belts, some upwards conveyor belts, and plenty of like walls and floors and things. We're going to try and piece together how to make a automatic smelter. So first things first, I think we're going to need... So I don't know exactly how many items per second each of these iron ore deposits can do. Let me try and do this. Okay. I think you can actually fit 2 miners on each, but I think that the automatic smelters probably don't go fast enough to handle that kind of volume. What I could try to do, though, is I could try to do the splitting trick with the 3 droppers on one chest. I think that could work pretty well. And get that going into 3 different smelters. So I am right now, I'm not going to take up the storage container because it has a bunch of stuff in it, and I don't think I can transport all that stuff right now. But I'm going to take up everything else. And honestly, I think I should probably make this stuff head this way. And do it all over here. Because that's, I've got, you know, infinite space out this way. I don't know if there is like a wall out there somewhere, but it's at least going to extend out as far as the furthest land over there, so it's going to extend out pretty far. So I think if I put miners down on these things and have them shoot out that way, then I can collect them all onto one conveyor belt. I didn't make any thing to... How do I do this again? Oh, right. It's because it's multiple. So, okay, so how do I want to do this? I'm going to have the miners on these. They're going to shoot out this way, and I'm going to need to collect them all onto one belt. I think maybe the easiest way to do that is going to be to have a belt over here that's going sideways, like side to side, and then that feeds onto a belt going this way. So let me just see what that would look like here. I can't just do that, can I? If I turn this, it's not going to turn. Or maybe it will. There we go. So if I do this, I probably need at least 3 of these. And then I have a wall on the sides here. Then in theory, I can put down an excavator. I believe these always shoot in the direction that you're facing, like so. And then that will shoot out ores that way, but it won't go far enough to hit the conveyor belt. Interesting. So I think... So there's probably a couple different ways to fix that. I think what I'm going to try and do is this. Okay, maybe one more. And that way... It's a bit of a hack. I don't think it's like a very good solution, to be honest, but it does work, and I think that's all that matters for right now. So I'm going to pick this thing back up. I don't need it doing that right now. So then this conveyor belt is going to go forward. I think that's right. Yep. So that's going to just kind of extend out this way for a while, and I might need to make it go up here. Actually, I might not. Let me see. Yeah, it's just barely fine. So that'll bring that stuff out this way. I don't think I actually need it to go this far out. So the iron ore is coming in that way, and then I'm going to need the auto smelters to be over here, but I don't want them to be too close to... That's not what I'm trying to say. Sometimes, you know, when I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, I just say stuff that doesn't actually make sense. It's not even close to what I actually wanted to say. I guess I can use this steel chest. Yeah, that's fine. So what I want to do here is I want to put this chest down pretty close to the edge. That's probably fine. And then I need to go make another sucker. And then the sucker will go on the edge of that chest, and then I'll put a wall there. Although I may need to be careful because I don't know if I'll be able to... I need charcoal. I should have a bunch of that. I started cooking it in the last episode. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I need to be careful because I don't know if I place this sucker on the chest, will it... I need to probably just make like a bunch of these. I'll just take one for now, but I'm going to make a bunch of them because I'm going to keep needing them, I'm sure. Eventually we can automate the production of all this stuff, but that's going to be a while from now. So what I want to do here, it's easier to show you than it is to try and explain it. Oh, I guess I did have one of these. I don't know. Okay. Being annoying. Right there. That should be fine. That might actually be perfect. And then I need a wall to go right here. Right there. Come on. Yes. Yes, okay, good. So now, let me put back down my excavator. And we'll just see if that ends up in the chest. If that does end up in the chest, then we can move on to the next phase. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that's all ending up where it's supposed to. So now... Now... I can go ahead and place blowers, which I don't have. So let me go make those. Let me eat some food. Take all that stuff and let's go make the blowers. Here, I can make 4, so I guess I'll go ahead and do that. I need 3 for this particular thing. So I'll make those, and then those will go feed into the auto smelters. I'm gonna need more. Conveyor belts as well. So let's just get that going, so it's ready when I need it. I don't think I'm gonna need more than a couple of the upwards conveyor belts, so that should be fine. Okay, so basically, I might not even need to put any intermediate conveyor belts on this, but I want one of these here, one of these here, and one of these here. Then, I guess I only made 2 auto smelters, didn't I? So, should probably just do it that way. Okay, so this is this going the right way? Can't tell. Does it matter? Probably does. Okay, this is going the wrong way. Okay. how do I tell which way this is facing? Does it have an arrow on it anywhere? I guess I'll just assume it's facing the same way it was last time and turn it around. Okay, that should be fine. And then I'll put the other one facing this way. Can it even go there? Yes, it can. Oh, there is an arrow there. Okay. I couldn't see it from the angle I was at before. And then I'm just going to pick up one of these droppers, I guess. There we go. Okay, so that should split this evenly between those two. Then, on the output, I'm going to want as many of these smelters as I can, because I'm sure I'm going to be outputting enough of the ore that I'm going to need all these smelters. What if I do this and then I use my upwards guy here to get over this hill? And then I'm probably going to need a couple more of those auto smelters, but they're pretty expensive because I want to automate not just iron but also steel. They're pretty expensive and I don't really have that much. What was I doing? I was doing this, I think. Oops. Okay, so now I just need to make these all funnel into one container would be ideal. So I think that means I need to go over and get some of those things that I was making. And that should all be fine. I'm just going to redirect the upwards conveyor that I made. I'm going to redirect that over top of the other one over here so that it can then drop straight onto there. Okay, so this needs to come out a couple more, and then right about here it can go that way, and then we can go this way until here. I need to make like a, okay, no, don't. I was going to say I need to make like a temporary floor, but actually I do not need to do that. Okay, and then that goes this way, and then that drops down to here, where these are going to join onto one belt. And then that belt is going to flow into a container. I don't know if that's going the right way. It is. Okay. So now all that's left is to place down our miners or excavators and see how it goes. Come on. Sometimes, like, when you right click, it feels like it just doesn't do anything. Okay. So let's do that, see how that goes, and then we'll have to just monitor the system for a little bit and see if there's any abnormalities, if anything goes wrong. It should be fine. I actually think that both of these are going to get onto the conveyor belts just fine. And then that's all going to go into these smelters. I actually never checked if the smelters need anything else to run. I don't think they do. Maybe I need to set them up though. Control panel. Here we go. Iron. Autocraft. Okay, so I do need to set them up, but it's not too much to do there. Okay, so now these should be going. Is iron getting into both of them? I suppose that's a fair question. This one's not getting anything right now. Maybe I need to preload the chest. It's a possibility. that shouldn't be a problem because we've got plenty of iron ore. So if I just preload this chest a little bit with iron ore, then maybe it will, oh, okay, yeah, it will start spitting them out of both, not just one. There you go, that looks good. Let me make sure it didn't just spit everything out. Nope, we're good. Okay, so now that should be working. We are producing iron. That iron is going onto the conveyor belt. It is moving in the direction we want it to move. It's going down, and then it is ending up in the chest. Excellent. So actually what we're going to want to do after a while here is take the iron that we're making there and use that to make steel. Oh, this is, I guess, not really what I wanted to do. That's fine. Use that to make steel, and that will be another step in automation, and then we can use that steel to start making stuff automatically. But for right now I only have 2 furnaces. And I can make more, but it's just going to take me a little bit, so don't worry about that too much. Now I am going to be curious to see what the rates are like on this thing. So iron ore to iron production is 1-to-1, so theoretically we just need to match the speed of these miners to the speed of the smelters. So I kind of want to actually like set a timer and count how fast this stuff's coming out. We are 17 minutes into the video. I got some time to kill, I'm gonna be honest, so let me set a timer for 1 minute, and I'll count how much ore comes out of one of these things in 1 minute. Ready, set, go. Uno. Dos. Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. Seis. Siete. Siete. Ocho. 9. 10. Okay. That's a pretty even number. I like it. So each of these drills produces 10 ore per minute. And then we have these over here, which look like they're doing a little more than 10 per minute. Maybe a lot more, now that I'm looking at it. So let's go ahead and count this, starting now. Not counting the first one. 1. Oh, we're not getting enough ore. 2. Okay. Let's not count the whole thing. I would say, based on just like what I'm seeing here, we could either get rid of one of those droppers and only use 1 furnace, or we could increase the number of excavators we're using. So I have not really tested using multiple excavators, but I think it is possible. I just don't know if it's going to be super easy to get them synced and spitting out their items in the right direction, etc. So this should be 2 miners from the same ore. I've heard people calling these bedrocks as well. But it is missing occasionally. I have a real quick and dirty fix for that. Oh, except that I'm messing with my other guy here. That should be fine. I don't think I messed with him enough. I think he's probably... Yeah, it's still outputting fine. Okay. There's a quick and dirty fix for that. And that's still not going to be enough. Can I make one more excavator? It's been 20 minutes here. I think if I can make one more excavator, I'll be happy with that. And then I'll be producing way too much iron. And I'll probably fill up that container very quickly. Fill that up. What did I just say I was going to do? Excavator, yeah. This thing, I need more batteries. Okay, well that's a shame because that's one of the harder things to farm. But I will go ahead and try. There we go. And I do have that healing spell, so I'm able to keep these guys going for a little bit longer. Come on. I missed him. Probably not going to hit him. Oh, I did. Okay. There we go. I know the end of this episode is going to be pretty boring, but you know, that's fine. Every episode doesn't need to be super exciting. I mean, I think the people who are watching these engineering sort of episodes are going to be a little more chill with that kind of stuff. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, and then I do have a healing spell, so let me get that ready. Get that on my hotbar. So I'm thinking, I've been thinking about my recording schedule a little bit. I'm thinking I'm going to start recording less episodes per session, and that should solve my problem of taking so long between recording sessions. It doesn't mean I'm going to have to record more often, but I think that's a good thing and not a bad thing. Basically, the only days when I want to not be recording, I want to record like 3 to 4 times a week, and weekends I can't really record. So, yeah. And that should help make the content a little more consistent too. I was thinking that like towards the end of my recording sessions, I usually tend to get pretty tired and like I can't speak properly and stuff like that. So if I'm recording less per session, then that's just going to solve that problem. I'm going to have less, you know, awkward pauses and moments like that. I mean, even this session, I'm getting to that point and I've only been going for an hour. And if I'm doing it more regularly, then I think that'll probably help me to you know, get better at it as well. Okay, now on this one I've taken up quite a bit of my own space here, but I think I can still fit one more miner into this spot. Where are you? If I do it like this, because it's going to shoot off this way and then that's going to end up on these conveyor belts. Okay, so we have really upped our ore production here. The one thing I'm curious about now is if... Are you making steel? No, that's iron, okay. I don't know, it looked really dark for some reason. So now that we've upped our ore production, I'm just wondering if these droppers are fast enough. They don't look fast enough. So we're probably taking in ore faster than we're spitting it out of these chests, which means we're going to end up with a surplus building up in this chest. And we're also going to be like not fully utilizing our smelters. So there's lots of optimizations to be made here. But, you know, even with those non-optimizations, we're still producing lots and lots of iron. And we're no longer even stockpiling the ore at any point. The ore is just getting straight smelted. And eventually we will go ahead and smelt this into steel as well. Or we'll probably just split one of these lines off and smelt that into steel. Ideally, because steel takes 5 iron to make, ideally we would set up some sort of ratio where we're producing just as much iron as we are steel. But I think that would probably require more than just 2 patches. Well, maybe not. I think there's probably some more things to consider in the future, but honestly, I think we'll probably outgrow this island before we end up upgrading this system. Like, this system is probably going to be in place. Maybe I'll add an iron or a steel smelter, but this system in general is probably going to be in place for the rest of the time we're on this island. Because eventually, and probably not even going to be that long from now, we're going to move on to another island. This sort of tower base is cool for now, but I got some better ideas, some bigger ideas, and we are going to have to move up at some point. Let me see how this thing's going, and then I will end the episode. So in the last episode, we set this up, but it had some problems. So, yeah. Oh, we're making bread now, huh? Is that what's happening? That means we have an empty slot. Yep. We weren't filling up the wheat fast enough. Interesting. I thought last time we were filling up the wheat too fast. Also, did we empty... We must have emptied another slot of the flour. Interesting. Well, when this one gets done, then that's gonna open up another empty slot, and that's gonna get filled with bread, unfortunately. The bread can't go anywhere, so it's just gonna get thrown on the ground and it's gonna despawn. We are getting a lot of wheat, extra wheat out of this, which is not great. But I mean, with a little bit of babying and a little bit of maintenance, this is going fine. Oh, that's right. These guys are stuck. That's probably why we ran out of wheat. How do I keep these guys from getting stuck? If I got rid of one of them, would that help? There we go. Got rid of one of them. That would help. Okay. Good to know. Well, maybe it's helping. I don't... Yeah, okay, so they were trying to turn in the opposite directions to each other, and they were just, like, getting stuck, I guess. Interesting. Oh, and now that these guys are glitching out, these... the wheat's getting stuck on the lip. Yeah, that's probably, like... The #1 most annoying thing right now in the game is that these wheat farms get glitched through the floor so frequently. It's pretty annoying. Okay. But otherwise, that's going pretty well. So that's the end of that episode. Sorry. I'm going to give it 10 seconds for the end slate. Click the video, click the link, click the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.